So Netflix just released Evangelion on its platform, and a lot of people, including myself, are concerned about some of the changes Netflix has made to the translation of the subtitles in the show, particularly in the scene where Kaoru tells Shinji that he loves him. The original subtitle translation for this scene was Kaoru telling Shinji that it means I love you. This obviously implies some romantic undertones that develop in the short time that these characters interact with each other. Netflix changed the dialogue though to read like this: it means I like you. Now, the reason I and many other people are questioning this is because the changes comes off as Netflix trying to remove implied gay feelings that the two characters may have for each other in the story. This is an issue because LGBTQ people don't exactly have much representation in anime or in media in general, so seemingly removing it from one of the most celebrated and respected anime is kind of a bad look. Aside from that though, this change also weakens the overall narrative of the show. The reason this scene is significant in the first place is because throughout the series, Shinji has had extreme trouble understanding and communicating with the people around him and getting them to understand him. He longs for connection and affection, but often pushes people away unintentionally or has others push him away. Kaoru is the first person who really connects with him on an emotional level, so Shinji, regardless of what his sexuality is, accepts the love in whatever form it takes, even if it is romantic. We don't exactly know what Shinji's sexuality is in the series, but it doesn't matter, because this scene is still important regardless, because it shows that Shinji is just desperate to connect with someone as he's failed to do so previously. So having Kaoru say that he just likes Shinji makes the intentions of the scene more ambiguous, and just cheapens the scene overall. Now, for some people that may be fine of course, but for me it comes across as some sort of cheap move on Netflix's part. But aside from that, there's also the issue of Netflix removing music from scenes, as well as changing the iconic Frank Sinatra Fly Me to the Moon covers from the outro of each episode. I don't even understand why you would release Evangelion like this. Apparently the reason for this was because of the cost for getting permission to have the Frank Sinatra song in the show, but Netflix just dumps money into projects all the time. I mean, they paid $100 million to keep Friends on their platform. Yeah, you know, Friends. The most cardboard cutout generic sitcom of all time. For all the hype they generated for Evangelion getting an official release again after all these years, they should have at least put the full show up intact with all of its audio and story-accurate subtitles. And I'm not even going to talk about the new dub they made for it because I don't watch anime dubs, because they're literally pointless to me. At the end of the day though, Netflix is only able to get away with these changes because on some level, they are marketable to the public. And the only way we can change that is by not supporting the decisions that they make. So simply put, if you aren't happy with the changes Netflix has made to Evangelion, don't watch Evangelion on Netflix. I know I'm not.